Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Rewired Works. I just figured I'd do a bit of a voiceover just to explain a bit of what we're doing here. The boys are taking apart the rear suspension on the F550 frame. We're going to replace it with air suspension from a Peterbilt. Ford uses a combination of big bolts and rivets to hold on their suspension from the factory. So Ben's just taking all the big bolts out of the front mount right now. And then we'll move on to removing the spring pack.
Nope, okay, it's off the pin. There and back again.
This is a low air leaf Peterbilt suspension that is probably a little heavy for this truck, but I'd rather be overkill than underkill. And it was a pretty cheap and easy way of getting air ride, which was a definite must. Just rinsing and repeating on the other side. I haven't found anything yet that this air cat won't break loose. You'll usually just end up snapping whatever bolts you get it on.
You take over? Oh. Good? Hey, Rudy? Yep. Okay, let's just set it down right here.
This is the first time setting the rear end down on the bump stops to see how low it would go.
Very close.
Oh, there's one line. Alright, now so
And it's sitting pretty level. Now comes the job of cutting off all of the helper spring perches. They're all riveted on, so we have to cut the head of the rivet off and then pound things apart. It was a little tight getting the grinder in some of these places, so we ended up using the air hammer with a chisel tip to cut the rest of the rivet heads off. Then all that was left was just to pound it free.
Here she comes.
We ground the rivets flat, and then we were ready to knock out the rest of the rivet body that was still in the frame. And the passenger side went on and it all started to fit up nice.
Yeah, there we are. Pulls me more. Need backing over. Yeah, but not by much. Nice.
After we were happy with how those fit in, we cleaned up the frame and welded up all the holes that were in the place where we wanted to mount everything, because none of the bolt holes really lined up. You can see Ben here test fitting the plate that we cut out of the Peterbilt frame. The Ford frame has a couple of rivets that hold in a cross member, and that's what these holes are for, to clearance that head. This table that I built for the Arc Droid does have a duct and a fan in it to draw out the smoke, but I don't think that it's on right now, which is why all that smoke is coming out. This is a pretty handy little tool, especially for working on frame pieces like this, because it is a pretty hard steel. We did dull a few of the annular cutters in the mag drill trying to cut these holes. Now I'm going to use the 3D scanner to get a model of the mount that bolts to the frame. Should be enough points.
Do you need to get the that one orange side a bit more?
Not really, no.
Okay.
We'll do a little cutting. We don't need any of that. I'll use this one. Gone. And then all we've got is that. I used this 3D model as a template in CAD to create a file for the Arc Droid to cut out a spacer plate. While the frames are the same width, where the springs mount to the axles is a bit different. We just welded this extra plate to the piece of frame that we already prepped earlier. Now that that's all done, we're on to drilling the bolt holes for mounting the suspension. We'll be using the same bolts that Ford used in the original suspension, which is also the same size that Peterbilt used.
The bolt holes all line up. Right now I'm just working on a mount for the top of the airbag at the back here. Okay, what we got right here is a piece of 3/16 steel plate. I'm gonna cut a circle out with the Arc Droid.
That's a really nice circle, Ben, and it fits.
Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna air up the suspension so we can figure out where the top plates are gonna sit when the suspension's at ride height.
We're off of the bump stops.
Okay. How far you want me to go?
A little higher. Ben used the mag drill to make a few holes to mount the airbags. This probably isn't really needed, but we're putting a plate up the side with a gusset to support the plate that supports the bag. This video is a little different format than what we've done so far. A lot of people didn't like the time lapse as it was hard to understand what was going on. I looked at that and figured there was too much going on to realistically do a voiceover. We've made some changes with equipment and we'll be trying to explain things as we go. I've had some of the footage for this video for a few months now, so I had to do something with it. As always, thanks for watching, and there's no time like now to dust off your project.